Good morning. I'm Monisa Cline here at GBTA Media Day, and with us this morning we have Danny Finkel, who is the Chief Travel Officer for TripActions. Danny, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you. It's good to be seen, isn't it?
It feels so good. Shaking hands and seeing people in person, it's amazing.
Whether it's shaking hands, fist bumping
or
elbow
waving.
bumping, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Well, I understand you guys have some big announcements that you're making, and specifically, I guess the headline here is TripActions launches new click-to-accept schedule change feature.
Yeah.
So tell us what that is.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're really excited. It's another industry first for us, and what we've recently launched is the ability for our travelers to get push notifications, to get texts, to get emails anytime there's a major schedule change. And then the industry first part of that is that notification deep links straight into the traveler's itinerary, where they can, as the name implies, automatically click to accept any of the changes directly within the app. And so this is really a first in the TMC and the OBT space to have that full loop, to have that closed cycle, which is really important for us. We're an online-focused TMC. Our users really want to control their own destiny. They want to be able to transact themselves, and so to have the ability for them to get the notification, to be able to change their flights directly within the app is pretty exciting, and like I said at first. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you know, as a startup, it's been fun to watch TripAction be able to develop everything from scratch,
Absolutely.
Which is so cool. You know, you don't have a lot of the old issues that some companies have, which is great. So,
yeah, everything is our own. It's our own platform.
Right.
We've developed from the ground up, and to your point, there's no sort of legacy baggage.
Issues. Right, which is great. So what does the data show around the increase in flight schedule changes compared to pre-pandemic time?
Yeah, so in our data, we've seen in 2021 that roughly 30% of all flights have had some sort of airline-initiated schedule change, which is actually up from pre-COVID levels, roughly 2%, despite there being a lot of reduction in flight capacity. Right. 11% of those are major schedule changes, and a major schedule change is when a flight has been changed more than 30 minutes, there's a change in the final destination, or there's a complete cancellation. So it affects quite a lot of travelers, quite a lot of trips, and so it's definitely a big impact that our travelers are seeing.
Wow, that's interesting. A lot of data there. How does this fit in with TripAction's larger self-serve tool functionality for business travelers?
Yeah, like I said, we are very online focused. We are very consumer driven, and so it's really important for us to put the power of technology in the hands of our travelers directly. And so we have launched a whole suite of self-service tools and technology pre-COVID, during COVID. For instance, we have the ability for our travelers to do complete self-service change of their flights, traveler initiated, their flights, their hotels. They can even change an entire trip with one click, which has been pretty exciting. We have the ability for our travelers to hold flights directly within the app. We have actually, one of the first that we announced during COVID is earlier on. We have automated the process for using credits and waivers, and so travelers within the app can see all of their unused credits on all of the carriers, and they can automatically apply those to any future bookings without having to contact anybody, which is
awesome.
Pretty exciting.
And they're in control of it themselves.
They're in control of it, and that's, like I said, I can't stress that enough. That's what travelers want. They're consumers, they're online shoppers, they want to be able to do things themselves, and they want to control their own destiny, and so we provide those tools.
And they want it done easily, right?
And they want it done now. They don't want to have to wait. They don't want to have to call in, and it's really important.
For somebody, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how does this differ from other offerings in the market?
Yeah.
How would you compare this?
So like I said, this is really the first sort of closed loop cycle within the corporate space. There are consumer sites that have offered this, there are airlines that offer this, but within the TMC and OBT space, nothing has gone beyond the notification of the flight change, and they've always required a call in, an email in, and so this really, like I said, allows for that full closed loop cycle that doesn't need an agent to assist, which is pretty exciting.
Well, I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. So how will this help your airline partners and customers?
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a recent New York Times article that said the average wait time is like 240 minutes right now. I don't know about you, but I actually called in for a personal trip I booked, and I didn't even get through to the airline.
Wow.
And so anything that we can do at TripActions to alleviate the burden on the entire ecosystem to make it so that there's one less reason for somebody to have to call in or one less interaction, we think actually will really help help the entire ecosystem. And then another thing that's really interesting about this is a lot of times these push notifications get sent out, but travelers don't do anything about it because they don't want to call in, they don't want to actually chat in. And so there's all this sort of ambiguity in what's going to happen to these travelers, and it takes a long time to get these seats refilled. And we've seen with consumer sites that once you actually create this full cycle, roughly 97% of the bookings are changed right away. And so that actually helps with inventory management and helps with demand. And so we really think that this is going to provide a pretty substantial impact, obviously to the travelers, they don't have to call in, but for our airline partners as well.
Sure, it's huge. As an airline geek myself, I can absolutely see the benefit and the advantage of you all providing this product. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's so great to see you in person.
I know,
it's just so wonderful. And in closing, is there anything you would like to say to the audience about TripActions?
We're just really excited to be here. We're really excited for the future. We really think that there's, and we're already seeing it, travel is rebounding, human connections are so important, and for us it's really important to power the world coming back together, so we're really excited.
Absolutely, beautifully said. Well, Danny, great to see you.
You too.
I look forward to seeing you over the next couple of days.
Absolutely.
And best of luck with the conference.
Thank you so much, great to see you.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.
Take care. I'm Monisa Cline. Stay tuned. We've got more here at Media Day. Thank you.